Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us with Conservative Talk with Amy Fan West and Pham Tran today. And this is our session 5, right?
Yeah, episode 5.
Oh, episode 5.
Episode 5.
So thank you so much for joining our talk today. It's going to be interesting from, the legislation from Ted Cruz to what happened in California with our king, Governor Gavin Newsom, dictating and decree in Huntington Beach, and we'll talk about that. And then also with the unemployment rate, it's going to go skyrocket.
But we have another good news. We have some bills and going to be on Senate on next week. So that's a good thing for us to discuss today.
Exactly.
So tell me what happened in Huntington Beach and Newport Beach.
Okay, so just recently, this week, Governor Gavin Newsom of California, since he has the power from Trump, saying every governor can decree how fitting it is for the state because of due to COVID-19. So what happened is he singled out Huntington Beach and Newport Beach, stating that our beach has to be closed. Only the two beaches that are closed is in Orange County.
Okay.
No other beaches throughout California is closed. And the reason why he's closed is I personally believe that Gavin Newsom hates Orange County because we vote against him. And because he knows that we're more conservative, and we did the recall and we have the most name in Orange County for the first recall. But he declined that, so we're putting out the second recall. So it's coming soon.
But this week, I think he got a problem too. You know what? We tried to get out of China.
Yes.
And he ordered
mass
$1 billion for from China and import it here. And today I just got the news. He asked the Chinese company to refund $247 million because they cannot meet the deadline of the medical supply to get in here.
Yes. And that's good because he's getting pressure. That's why he's doing that. And that's a good news for California. If any of you guys in California, this is great news because you know what? The government, they forget that the power belongs to the people. No. So when the people revolt in a way peacefully, rise up together, there's power in numbers, as you know that I'm found. So you know what? This last Friday, there was a rally in Huntington Beach and throughout California. Huntington Beach was to open the beach and to open business for Orange County. Okay?
I show it. It's I think 1,000 people.
I think it's over 5,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people. They go out on the street.
And I was there.
You was there.
Yeah, so I was there on the ground on my campaign Facebook page. You can see it. And I did live video and then also live interview of every person there. And I talked to so many people from small businesses. They're saying they're struggling. They're struggling to even pay their employees and not only to pay for their household and to take care of their family. And they don't think that once it's open, their business open, they can't even survive.
Okay.
And then the other group of people I interview are the people who have jobs that lost their job due to this COVID-19. And they say, a couple of them said, we are about to get kicked out of our house and to be homeless. And he has a wife and 3 kids. I mean, that's not America that I know, right?
But he got a bug check for illegal immigration.
Exactly. And that's ridiculous. Our governor, Gavin Newsom, recently, he has a million dollars to illegal immigrants. Why we, as those families, that's a slap in their face, slap in our face. It's so ridiculous. That's why I feel like we, as Americans, you guys are hearing me. There is a rally coming up this Friday and Saturday in Huntington Beach as well and throughout California. Whatever you can find closest to you, go out there, protest peacefully and say, hey, we're not going to have this. Open up California and we want to work to provide for a family. And that's what we need to do.
The important is, you know what, the expense in California, most expensive state in US, right?
Exactly.
Right now, the people have to work. If you have the income around the family under $5,000, you cannot survive in California.
It's very hard.
Right now, if you not reopen the economy, so what happened to that family? if they do not have more enough income to cover everything in the house.
Exactly. Yeah, there's insurance, there's tax, there's rents.
Yeah.
Or a home, property, car,
everything.
everything you
All
can
the-
think of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the thing. You know what? That's why I said the couple under $5,000 you can survive in California. So
Yeah.
if you not reopen the economy, so how we survive with the 40 million people in California?
Exactly. And so that's the problem. So if that's going to happen, I think honestly, if you assess this whole situation with Gavin Newsom, you know that usually the president has the power, right, to dictate with the federal to tell what the state to do, right? But due to this COVID-19, Gavin Newsom, our governor, have never had this power before. Okay, so this power, he's like, right? So he is liking this power so much that he is going to keep it as long as possible.
But you know what? He got right now. He pushed Nancy Pelosi to introducing the bills for I think the fifth rescue budget. It's going to be helpful with the state and local government. They got money for that. Almost almost $1,000 billion.
Oh wow!
800, I think over $800 billion.
And with this trimester, this what do you call it? The Bureau of the Fed, they're gonna borrow another $3 trillion.
Yeah.
So that money is part of that $3 trillion.
Because you know what, the main thing is I Western navigation. Okay, how you do with the money from the federal government?
Yeah.
Because they asked for the Pelosi yesterday. She asked for the budget for the next rescue.
Yeah.
Almost $1 trillion. Okay.
Jeez.
So
for
when
who
the California,
and what?
when the California they get that budget, what they're going to do with that budget to support the illegal immigration and forget the middle class or what?
Yeah.
Because
well,
right
that's
now,
the plan.
Right now, you know what? The middle class in California is very dangerous. You know, the people, they got no money.
Yeah,
they got
they're
welfare,
in danger.
They nothing to lose.
Yeah.
They nothing to lose. Okay, the rich people, they can survive, but the middle class, they have a lot of spend, house, car, insurance, everything.
Exactly.
They will disappear.
Exactly.
If-
And that's his plan. Gavin Newsom is trying to take out the middle class completely.
Yeah.
Just have either the rich wealthy or the poor poor.
The poor
because
people.
the poor will always support him and give him votes.
Yes, that's the way they are. That's
Yeah.
the way the Democrats want.
Exactly.
They want the middle class disappear.
Exactly.
They want the middle class disappear, and then
Yes.
they can control the crowd of the poor people. Because
Exactly.
almost in every country, even you live in China or in Vietnam or in US, the poor people almost high population
Yeah. Yeah. We have the most.
compare with the rich people.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? That scares him because the majority is the middle class. If they don't like it, they can rise up and there's more of them to go against the government. And that scares him.
Yes, that's the
So
one.
that's why he needs to get rid of them and keep the the upper class, and then the lower class will be more the poor. Then the poor will always be submissive to him. And doesn't that sound like communism? Where we came
exactly,
from?
the communism. Because
Right?
the communism, they want to
Exactly.
control the poor people.
Exactly.
And they can talk to the poor people. They can kiss out the poor people.
Yes.
And then they can ask the poor people do whatever they want, even the overthrow the government if they want.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's scary because the thing is that the poor will always reliance upon the government.
I
to feed
question
them.
how navigation will help the middle class from here to the ending of the year.
Yeah,
Because,
and we need to put pressure on him. We need to put pressure on him. So with this rally, I think it's important to have the middle class people, small businesses, and family to come out and voice your opinion, okay, and speak up. Because if we don't speak up, we're gonna lose it. So we have the power, guys. So we must rise up, and there's more middle class than you think.
Because Gavin Newsom, right now, I don't know what he can do for the middle class because I see it today until the end of the year
Yeah.
how the people got the money to pay for all the stuff. I don't think so because
No.
you see the unemployment.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not
rising.
increased
Yeah.
much. President Trump tried to reduce the
Unemployment.
unemployment, in the 50 years. 3.5, right? 3.5. This is the lowest 50 years.
Exactly.
But right now it's jump up.
Yeah, and they estimate that it's going to go up to 20% of unemployment. Guys, come on. That is more than the depression, okay? And how can economy recover from that? And do you guys remember the depression?
Yeah,
It
this
took
is the
years.
crisis. That's a crisis.
Exactly. And look at it. If you look at the numbers with the sick people with COVID-19, the numbers does not add up. And not only that, if you look deeper, life is risky, right? Look at all the death of heart attack. Look at all the cancer patient. Did you know?
Abortion.
Exactly. Abortion alone is 10 million, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 million a year, guys. And right now with COVID-19, it's only in America, I think it's 79,000 people.
Around 70.
About 70 deaths right
Yeah.
now. 70,000. So the thing is that it's been the last 5 months, okay? And that's what we have. And then what about factoring cancer patient?
Cancer,
the heart attack.
HIV.
HIV.
Yeah, a lot of things, We have to think
And
about
common deaths as well. This is another thing. I talked to the sheriff of Orange County. They stated that there is an average of 35 deaths a day in Orange County of natural cause.
You know what? The most is the majority.
Uh-huh.
The people who dead in the COVID-19, so-called coronavirus, okay? Most of them stay home and doesn't work.
Exactly. And this is the problem. And this is what the government want, is for the people to be lazy. So they're going to rely upon the government.
No, but the people who die for the coronavirus, most of them, they're not going to work. They stay home.
Yeah,
They don't have a job.
I know. And that they're going to be depressed.
Mostly over 60 years old and retirement people. And almost the people who die in the coronavirus, they own no job.
Exactly, because they're elderly with previous condition. So this is a problem, guys. If you hear of the sheriff saying that there's about average of 35 deaths a day, in Orange County alone, so far we have about 40 deaths in Orange County.
Compare
In the
with
last
other-
5 months, when it's one day of 35 person a day. Okay, in Orange County. So numbers doesn't add up, guys. And then plus with wearing that mask, I honestly believe it doesn't help us because
I
you're
believe
breathing.
they try, the left-wing media, they try to give you the number, increase, and make you about confusing, make you guys nervous.
Yeah, you get nervous, but not only that, I think the main thing they're trying to do is bring fear to the American people.
That's what they want.
Because, as our country, we escape, the first thing the communist regime does is bring fear to the people. When the people complain, they bury them alive or kill them or destroy their livelihood. That brings fear. Once you have fear, you can't rise up.
That's
So
why I
that's
said,
what they want the American
because
people.
the Democrat, they want to politic the pandemic.
They use politics for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they use the politics for the pandemic. Then now you know that, and our president tried to fight, and he said, and he tried the best to do everything for the people in here.
Exactly.
And even he asked for the birth check for help the people, help the business,
Small businesses,
small business, and a lot of people, they abuse and they politic the pandemic, make we nervous.
Make people nervous. That's correct. And the thing is that the Democrats say you never waste a crisis. So that's from the mouth of the Democrat, okay? Leaders. So now looking at this pandemic that they call pandemic, they're using this to bring fear to the American people. So now it's time that we, as the people, must rise. We have to use our gut feeling, dig deeper, use our brain, use our mind, and do research for ourselves, because we cannot let the social media tell us the facts, because they don't have facts. It's all lie.
You know what? Right now is the left-wing media. They all try to create something bad about the pandemic and make it a big crisis and everything. And they try to close as much as they can, because when the economy going down, the unemployment going up, and that's why they use that reason to attack President Trump.
Exactly. And then that makes Trump look really bad because it's under his term.
Yeah, under his term, whatever the reasoning, right?
Exactly.
Whatever the reasoning, they just say, hey, on your term,
Yeah.
the unemployment up to 20%.
Exactly.
And the economy coming crisis, something like that.
Yeah.
They want to do that.
Exactly. And they say, look at the numbers, the unemployment's, and of course, number doesn't lie, but because they cause it. You know what I mean? But the thing is that as American, we need to get back to work. And you know what? One thing I am very, it disturbed me, is that Gavin Newsom can dictate which business is essential and which is not. Because who to tell, because that he's shown control. I think you are essential and you're not, and you are and you're not. But the thing is that we're Americans. It's based on competition.
I believe it's Gavin Newsom. He got some agenda behind the pandemic. But you know what? I got a good news for all our audience. When Ted Cruz,
yes,
the
Ted
senator,
Cruz,
he
this
got some
week.
bills. I believe it try to help President Trump bring the job back in U.S. Because on the
Exactly.
bill, they support all the U.S. company get out of China.
Exactly. And that's very good. Because as they bring it back, they're going to be able to open up.
Yeah, because on the bill I read on yesterday, and the bill said if you get out of China, bring a job back here, you got a reduced tax, and you got some support from the federal government to help you get out of China,
Exactly.
bring the job back here. That the bill is going to be on next week if the Senate they get back again, because right now permit they cannot get back, but they told us they go back on next week because we have a lot of bills.
Yeah, and they said it was this week that they're supposed to come back, but no, they were on recession. So it's like, what are you guys doing? And not on that, they're getting paid for not working. They're using our tax dollars. They're getting paid for nothing.
And then other bills, I believe, from Texas and others, John Compton.
Yes.
Very good because they allow the U.S. citizen can sue the China Communist Party.
It's actually this week that Ted Cruz present a bill to able to sue China for the mismanagement of the Wuhan virus information, and then
cover up.
Exactly, and it's hurting our businesses, so we can sue China to get that money back.
But not only the government, they allow the individual.
Exactly. Any kind of harm that the CCP did to us.
CCP. Yeah, that's why. If the bill going to read on next week, they can discuss about that. And if they vote for that, very good.
Exactly. And
very good. At least we get something back.
Exactly.
And this week, President Trump threatened China, forget about phase one deal. If you're not going to buy the U.S. product, because until now we side with China. President Trump tried with China on the January 15th for the phase one deal for the trade, right? But until now they not do nothing.
Wow.
That's why yesterday President Trump said, "Hey, buy it or forget it.
Exactly.
I'm going to put a tariff everything on your product in here."
Yeah, that's perfect, because the tariff is what hurts the Chinese people in the first place when Trump did it, and so that's why they want to come to the table to do phase one, agreement. But then now they're kind of pedaling back.
Yeah.
So Trump is like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna put tariff, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's why he said.
And that's good, because the tariff is what's destroying their economy.
Yeah.
Behind this thing, they're just putting a face that they're strong, because they're having the support of other nation right now, backing them up, so they look strong. But behind it, their economy is falling apart.
But and you know what? I have a story in the social media so funny.
What is it?
But it's not in the U.S. social media. In China social media.
Really?
They call the Weibo. Because in the last week, all of the China media, they tried to attack Mike Pompeo.
Oh, wow.
And they call Mike Pompeo evil. Okay? Then you know what? They show up the picture of Mike Pompeo. You know what? On the social media in China, in Weibo, he dishwasher. He got a shop, dishwasher, and his wife play car. And the people in China Western, hey, what kind of evil is that?
I know. That is just mocking Mike Pompeo, but that's not evil. It doesn't show evil.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Chinese media call him evil.
Wow.
They label him evil because he tried to figure out the original of the virus.
Yeah.
But he believed that it came from the laugh.
So
In
it
China.
backlash against the CCP for their propaganda.
Yeah, and then the people in China, they question about that picture.
Exactly.
They compare with the picture with the Xi Jinping. And they said, it's totally different. This guy
Exactly.
working for his wife.
Yeah, see? And that resonate with the people because the people work hard.
Yep.
So that's not evil. So basically they're saying, so we are people are evil, the good Chinese people are evil. So that's how they're thinking when they put that picture out, you know, of Mike Pompeo washing his car, helping his wife. That's not evil, like you said.
Well, one more thing. One more thing is very important for the Asian people here. Okay. When the pandemic come out, the outbreak come out. Okay, and I heard a lot of rumor. They said that discrimination in Asia for the pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay, but not true. This is the propaganda from Peking. They want, all the Asia be discrimination. It's not. The white people, they just Western about the Chinese from China. Not the Asia people.
Exactly.
Not all the Asia people like Vietnamese, Filipino, or Malaysia, Hong Kong, Taiwan. We do not have any problem with the white people.
Exactly.
Just only the Chinese people came from China.
Exactly. And you know, a lot of people, we need to kind of separate the terminology.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that a lot of people are confused
Yes.
with the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party, and the Chinese people.
Different.
Okay, it's different.
Different.
If you know their history in the last 75 years, it was the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, the minority elite group that took over China, the good Chinese people, and put them into oppression and take control of them.
And brainwash them
And
by the
brainwash them.
education.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why you have to separate them. The Chinese people in Hong Kong, Chinese people in Malaysia, in Taiwan, in Singapore, different. They got a different education, and they got different level. And the Chinese people came from China. They had the education from communists. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
They acting very weird.
Yeah.
Because the education from communists is different. They
Yeah.
brainwash the people. That's why the people from China, they came out of China, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to deal with the people and become weird. That's the the group of the people from China only, from CCP, not all the Chinese people.
Yeah.
Like you see the people in Taiwan.
Yeah, they're
They're
different.
very high educated.
Yeah.
Hong Kong, Singapore, even in Vietnam or in Malaysia. All the Chinese people around outside of China, the different story and they get different culture. So that's why the white people, they just say, hey, this is Chinese people. But they don't know what the difference between the Chinese inside China and outside China.
Exactly. And to make it general for people to understand, just remember the Chinese people aren't the Communist Party people, okay? It's the normal Chinese people who have been brainwashed and that's all they know. So, but if they start to question, like for example, that propaganda of
Yes.
Mike Pompeo,
Yeah.
then they start to think for themselves. And not only that, if they start seeing the American people and the freedom fighter and the free world supporting the good Chinese people, then they feel the courage to rise up against
It's very
the
hard,
CCP.
very complicated. Because
It's
you know
going to
why?
be hard, but we need to rally everyone.
Yeah, because you know why? I'll tell you something, okay? Because the Communist Party in China, they want to keep the power.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep the power, they try to build the nationalism
The nationalism of
for the
unity
people.
of one.
Because they said, okay, you support me, that means you support China. And that's why all the people in China right now, they think that they patrol. They love the country, and that's why everybody attack or say something bad thing about the Chinese communists, and they react. The Chinese people react.
Yeah.
Because they brainwashed. They believe that the government and the people are the same.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
The government from CCP is very different.
Exactly.
That's why they brainwash the people.
Exactly.
Because they building the the nationalism. That's why they try to keep the power in China. And now the people in China. That's why I said the people from China are different from the people in Chinese in here. But the CCP, they are propaganda for all the Asia people been discrimination because the pandemic.
And it's not true because I haven't received any prejudice being Asian, Vietnamese.
Tell me,
Okay.
last weekend, you show up yourself in Huntington Beach or Newport Beach. So you got a discrimination or something?
Not at all. People were so appreciative, and I got to speak and share to them where I came from, a communist regime escape on a fishing boat. They're like, we need you. We need you. Exactly, because we understand. So they see it and they say, you are our future voice.
See?
Yes.
That's why no discrimination in Asian people. Just some of them is minority. Chinese people from China only. That's why don't say anything that about Asian being discrimination in US. No, we do not have that.
Yes, exactly. We don't.
Yep.
So basically, so far, you know, the other thing too, I believe, every race sometimes get a little, as people, I think we naturally sometimes are a little racist in certain things. Like, you know, like the Black community, African American, or the Latino, or the Asian, I guess you can say. But the thing is that as normal people, if we smile and if we think the better of other culture, you know how you think is how you get returned, right? So it's in our mindset and in our thinking. If we think and give people the benefit of the doubt that we are all human beings, they would treat us different. But if you have this fear of like, oh my gosh, I need to watch out and look out that someone's gonna be racist against me.
No.
Come on, guys. That, you know, it's not true, number one. And why would you be living in fear?
Depend on with your attitude.
Yeah.
Okay?
Our
Be nice to
attitudes.
the people.
Yeah.
Open up, speak to the people. Stop.
Smile.
You don't have a problem.
Start with the smile.
Yes. Because you close.
Yes.
And you just try to prevent the people. Like, okay, somebody attack me because I'm Asian. You think in that way and you be hurt in that way.
Exactly. So just be with a smile. I mean, all of us are human being. There's a lot of misunderstanding. People can perceive things. So smile, and that is welcoming so the dialogue can start. And then they can say, oh, you're like us.
And don't let the Democrat abuse that and say, oh, Asia, you guys got discrimination from the white people, the super white people, something like that. And they try to label the conservative is the white people, something like that.
You know what? I was on social media this week, Facebook, and I was on the Long Beach Liberal Talk
Really?
Forum. And I put up my thing of, stating that Gavin Newsom is releasing criminals and child abuser out in California, Riverside, Orange County, and LA. Yes, this is the second time, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I go, would you guys be okay with them in your neighborhood? And they say, this is your propaganda of right wing, you know? And, you know, Trump is so racist of you Asian. Why are you supporting him? And I go, excuse you, it was Obama, your beloved Obama, who started the racist card. He put the Mexican people in cage, your own party. And they didn't answer anything. I go, isn't that true? They wouldn't answer it.
Of course, because you know what? Okay, they released the prisoner. Okay, the
immigrant, the illegal immigrants.
Yeah. So you want them to stay on your side, on your home, next to your home?
No, and that's what I'd say. And then they say, oh, you're just having your agenda in our liberal group, and we don't like anything about Trump. Okay, and then I go, no problem, but I'm not talking about politics right now. I'm talking about your safety. And I go, would you, if you want that and you think I'm presenting all this, let me have that child abuser into your home. And
that's why I said, okay, listen, last 2 years ago, they released about 60,000 images, okay?
Inmates,
out of the prison, right? And you know what? You see all the homeless around every city.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
And there's
West Indies.
actually the criminals don't go back home. They stay in the street. You
They
know
stay
that,
here.
right?
They stay here.
Yeah.
And then they deny to deport the illegal people. They keeping here, so where they stay on the street.
Exactly. And you know, when I was campaigning during the primary, I was posting up banners and sign at night, and there was this homeless guy with a machete. Luckily my husband was there. I go, honey, let's go, hurry. You see how unsafe it is?
That's why I've said,
Yes.
and then right now, Los Angeles and San Francisco, the most homeless stay in there.
Exactly.
300,000 homeless in California.
And you know, Gavin Newsom, back to him, our governor. If Gavin Newsom say we are the fifth largest economy around the whole world, then prove to us that we will continue to say the fifth largest economy. I think after this COVID-19, we would not be.
I don't think so. And then I believe that California have to change. Because right now, one party, they control everything. So that's not good. That's not good for California. At least we have the opposite. To control them, because at least in the
we need to have the balance.
House or Senate, we can balance them. Right now, they control the House, they control the Senate, they control the governor, they control the Department of Justice. They control everything. So one party, when they control everything, is nothing different from communists.
Exactly, because right now I agree with you. So the Democrat Party in California have the not just majority, but the super majority. In the assembly floor, the Senate floor, the governor is Democrat. And then it boils down to the city council member, the mayor, and then down to school board. And not only that, Planned Parenthood is the person who write legislation for education.
Look, okay, last 2 weeks, okay, the crude oil, they come down to under zero.
Exactly.
But how much you pay for the gasoline in California? Tell me.
It's still 2 something, but in I think Nebraska or Missouri, it's only 99 cents.
98 cents.
98 cents, guys.
We have paid $3.
Almost three. Almost
$3 per gallon.
Yes.
Look at California. What we doing here?
Yeah. Well, they're taxing upon tax. They double and triple tax of the gas and the water, everything. That's why.
And the business in California right now, they have to pay the tax 35% to 45%. Compared with average on the country, 25%. Some of the state, they just 21%. Right? But California, 35 to 45% for the business tax. So, how people can do business in here?
And you know what? I mean, the economy in California is going to tank for sure, unless our governor is smart enough to do something about it.
Trust me. End of the year, the economy crash. Okay, crash it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, it's that. Okay. You look how many people in California be towing the house by the bank.
Yeah, I know.
Because they cannot afford for the payment. They do not have any money to pay for the payment. For the mortgage. Right? And the property tax. Property tax and mortgage. So a lot of people lost the house, kicked out to the street.
You know what? And they are an increase of people on the street. And not only that, but people with trailers, because they can't.
That's why I said they try to disappear the middle class. When the middle class disappear, that's very dangerous for the socialists, because the poor people around, and they can use the poor people to get everything they want.
Exactly.
They got a power.
Exactly.
If the middle class disappear, that means the governor, they get more power.
Exactly. And so, you know, guys, if you guys are middle class, we have to fight back by assembly. Okay, peacefully. That's our rights, guys. Under our constitutional rights, that's our right to stand up, because you know, in our constitution of to bear arms, the reason why our forefather have that is saying that if the government get too corrupt, you have the right to rally up and overturn your government.
Okay. The only thing I see it, the people in North California, San Jose, San Francisco, own the middle class over there. Own the middle class because they have a lot of company there.
Yeah.
They have a lot of the job there, right? The middle class right there. And right now, the end of the year, when you lost a job, when you do have not enough money to pay for your bill, mortgage, everything, and you see it. If you're still working with the Democrat, I know the Northern California, they support Democrat a lot.
You know what? The thing is that it's because the reason why it's the Democrat people in the state of California is against us for reopening because they said, okay, this is what I asked the people at the rally. I go, a couple of Democrat people have voiced to me that we, as Republican, are being so selfish. We're going to get everyone killed. And we just want the beach to open. How selfish is that? That's what they said. And I go, why are you guys being deceived, thinking that this crisis is not a crisis? It's a virus that we don't have a vaccine yet. But the malaria medicine is actually helping patient with it. So the thing is that why are you living in fear? And do you know that
they will?
Yeah,
they will because you know why? Okay, the people in Northern California, like San Jose, San Francisco, when you buy the house, at least $1 million, right?
Yeah,
and you have to pay the mortgage.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
Right now you have $100,000 per year for the salary, maybe 200. But what about the end of the year?
Exactly.
You don't have that money.
Yeah.
And where your house going?
Exactly. Yeah. Gavin Newsom going to take it, and he's going to house the homeless population in your house.
That's it. Okay. That's why I said the people, all the Vietnamese people in Northern California, I said, hey, you guys support Democrat, you will see the result.
Yeah.
Because when the crisis coming, you lost your house, you lost everything. Now you understand that they took on your house. If you got 2 or 3 years, you don't pay the property tax, what happened?
Lose the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way you are.
They're going to come after you. Yeah. Gavin Newsom will come after you. Hey, you know, at the protest on last Friday throughout California in Sacramento, my friend was up there. He's a pastor. And he got the police there were so violent. Throw him down like a piece of trash.
Okay.
And arrest him. And then before that happened, he asked the cop, he go, why don't you guys wear a mask at all? He's like, well, because it's not contagious here. And then say, well, why are we expected in Orange County to be putting masks on and Riverside? You know?
That's
see?
why.
You see how crazy it is? Sacramento alone, I think it's contagious. There's so many homeless people at every corner.
Every corner.
Exactly. So for them, the police to not wear masks, you know there's an agenda.
That's why I said, okay. Anything else?
So, you know, right now, with the unemployment, we talked about that already. And, you know, in Texas this week, this lady, she owned a hair salon.
Yeah.
Okay, Sherry Luther.
She got in jail.
Well, first, the cop came to her and said, you are disordering the lockdown order, so we're going to take you to jail. And so they took her before the judge, and the judge say, you either pay the $7,000 fine and apologize to the cop and the government, then we'll let you go. Or we jail you for 7 days. And so she said, hell no, I didn't do anything wrong. It's my right because I need to feed my children.
I think Ted Cruz wrote a letter to the governor to ask for, hey, you have to release her immediately.
Good.
Yeah, I remember this morning Ted Cruz saying that. Right? He wrote a letter to the governor of Texas. You got to have to release her immediately.
Yeah, and the things that all she want to do is to feed her children.
Because that's a constitution.
That's our constitutional rights to feed our children, guys. Okay? I need to feed my children, so you know, we need to feed our children. And so that is so ridiculous. How do you see the power? That the governor see how much power they have? You know, in my whole lifetime, I never see the government has so much power than now.
And I think in Michigan, they sue Michigan.
Good. They
sue Michigan about the violation of the Constitution.
The governor, she, right?
She been suing.
That's
because
good.
it took lockdown too long. And right now the people got a lawsuit. and they said she violation the Constitution.
You know, this week I heard that the governor of Washington State up
Mm-hmm.
north stating that they cannot open their state until they find a vaccine. And you know when they're going to find? The estimate is at the beginning of next year. End of this
the
year. So which is January, right?
But
So-
because they have the right to say that they don't care the people.
Exactly.
They have Boeing, they have Amazon, they have T-Mobile headquarter over there.
Yeah.
Cover all the tax for the state. They don't care the people.
Exactly. And so the people will be the one that's hurting, and the family and the children. You see how ridiculous this is, guys? The elite, which you guys, you Democrat, hate the elite, right? Why are you letting your elite Democrat congressman to governor allowed to not be affected by this except for you and your family?
That's why you see that in Oregon, Washington State, and California on the West State, they abuse the marijuana, they abuse the drug, cocaine a lot because that's the policy.
Yes. And you know what also too? With the homeless population in Washington and California, they say if you stay in your area, quarantine, we will give you food stamp money, and then we also will give you the drugs.
See?
It's
See?
our tax dollars, guys. Okay? And you know what? The homeless people would not stay there. Okay? They're going to throw drugs everywhere, needles, and it's not safe. And the other thing is, I also noticed that it just drives me nuts. Okay? So Gavin Newsom this week, just because of the rally that we did last Friday throughout California, that this week he stated that he'll open Huntington Beach, but have to close at 8 p.m.
I think 15, right?
Yeah, so a couple beaches, but they must have to close at 8 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, but he reopened.
But still,
some
beach is still
because
closed.
it's reopened on 15. Some of the beach and some of the public facility will be going to be open on this 15. But all other business still closed down.
Exactly.
Okay, so they get 4 phases to open up. I don't know. Gavin Newsom, what he do in Berkeley, he tried to keep his power.
Yes, and Gavin Newsom also target the hotel industry. Okay, in Laguna Beach, in LA, he said, hotel, if you don't use your hotel to house the homeless people, then, you know, we will like basically make it hard for you.
That's why the budget to have the hotel, he own it.
Yeah, and it's through the Chinese. If you go back, it's the Chinese money. So the thing is that right now, Gavin Newsom know that California is bankrupt, okay? And he asked Chinese to help with the, the retirement, the unions do.
Yeah, they invest in China.
Yeah, exactly. And so the Chinese isn't helping him. So I think with that, that's why he asked the Chinese to give back money for the mask and the medical supply, okay?
That's the way, you know what? And that's why we have the big government in California that costs you a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why we have to reduce the government.
Exactly. Small governments, that's what our forefather wanted.
Yeah.
That constitutional rights is to allow check and balance.
Yeah.
That the people rule, you know, not those elected official or government. And
That's
so,
why we have to work on that.
Yes.
And on next few years, we have to fight again.
yes. And you know what? I want to leave people, I know it's almost time, right? So I want to leave people with the encouragement. I want to say your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. Jim Rohn.
Okay.
Meaning that we have to change. If something's not working.
We have to change.
Yeah. California, we have to change, in America. And
Especially California.
yes.
We under control for 144 years long.
Yeah, 45 years by the same Democrat Party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to change.
Yes.
And if you not work out, speak out, and vote, we cannot change anything.
Yes. And you guys who are listening, remember, you guys are more influential and have more power than you think, okay? You have your voice around your social media network. Not only that, your friends, you influence them. And if you speak up, that's how we can change. One person at a time.
Yes.
And collectively, that's powerful.
Speaking out and vote.
Yes.
That's your power.
Yes. Speaking and voting is your power.
And that's it for today. And we can talk to you later on next episode. And next episode we can discuss about the election.
Yes, that would be good.
Because we
Election's
have
coming.
to take back the house.
Yes. And to secure the local office, because the Democrat in California, as I spy on them, they give me the intel that they will secure their congressional seats from 2018 in 2020 here, and then they're going to target the local office, because in the local, you don't know who's Democrat and who's Republican.
That's the way. That's the way. And then next week we can talk about the elections in the local election and the federal election and how we take back the house.
Exactly. That is very, very important.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
God bless you and God bless America.
See you next week.
Thank you.